One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the U.P.K, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shot. On my life, I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. U.P.K the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under YAHANNA, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from YAHANNA. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, rank and order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
SHALAM. I'm in a visual madam, which means to stand. Means turning face to east. There's a Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shimka, Yahweh, Malakwatcha, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Baharataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathalanawa, Lacham, Call, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kawabathnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawathanawa, Wala'a, Tabayayanawa, Manasai 1, Abo, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wataparath, La'awalamyam Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. The prayer for the Hakak, or the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashemi Hawashah, Babakashah, Nathalanawa, Hakat, La Pa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawa, Hakat, La Tahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakat, La Hakwiyam, Hamathiam, Hakat, Arakar Waf, Hatama Allah, Lagar Shun, Ba'ashemi Hawashah, the Wara Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. The prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashemi Hawashah, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha Allah, Wahabayat Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashemi Hawashah, the Wara Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Haharyah, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Izariah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yah, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakayaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Ra, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'atka, Wabwa'atka, Ma'itha, Wa'aid, Iwalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha Allah will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Damya, Laka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awayabika, Yahama Yawan, Wamashanayaka, Sha'a Wa Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawad, Wayata Ya Aitazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa. Salakia. Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shem Yasha Allah, Iwad, Kaya, Nawai Tazawa, Lab, Yahadwa, Alyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahoya, Arawam, Wayashamaya Layam, Mawa'aba, Wahagariam, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palashath, I'm Yashabia, Tazawa, Gum Ashawa, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zerawai, Labunya, Lawat, Salah. I.S.H.A.LAM, Kamadian, Kasayasara'a, Kayabian, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nashamadua, Bayan, Dara, Hayawan, Salaki Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadaya Mawa, Kaira, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazalmanai, Kal Nasir Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Naya Rashah, Lanawa, Na'awath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapanya, Raka, Kaash, Tabaira, Yaira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Haryam, Khan, Tharadatma, Basa Irika, Wabasa Wapatka, Tabahalam, Malaa, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Salakia, Waya Bahalya, Idya Id, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Badwa, Waya Daiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shemka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al, Cow, Ha'arataza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their heads. They have said, come, and let us take crafty counsel against thy people. Salakia. And they have said, come, let us take crafty counsel against thy people, and consult it against thy hidden ones. Salakia. For they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab, the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Arab and like Zeir. Yea, all their princes as Zabah and as the moon, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy stone. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakata Yahweh wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Mayaka Allah wa Alahayim Matazab Ya'ah ala wap YAHANNA ha ala wapyam ha saranyam ha kwitazayanyam ha kayayawyam wa ha kwathian Yahweh ba Shem Yahweh Shah the water amon. In the English, bless you Yahweh and Yahweh Shah and Michael and the angels, commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Saul, which means return. Yeshabia means to be seated. At Shalom Israel with I.S.U.P.K started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Since 1969, the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA has been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who you are according to the Bible. You are the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel. You belong to the Lord. Since 1969, the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA has been teaching all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who the man of sin is, who this monster that's had his foot on our neck for the last 400 years. He is the devil that the Bible speak of, the so-called European man, which is the devil. You understand? This is this week's Sabbath service. We'll be going into we're starting in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 11. And Elisha 1 Quadash. Hey, so like your priest, if you could. So anyway, you can give me some water, but sure. The water. We'll be in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 11 in the holy tongue. Wabatayam, Mala'ayam, call, Tawab, Ashar, La'ah, Mala'ath, Wabarath, Salakia, Khataza Wabayam, Ashar, La'ah, Khatazabath, Karumium, was a Yathium, Ashar, La'ah, Nata'aith, Wa Kalath, Washaba'aith, verse 12. Hashamar, Hashamar, Lak, Pun, Thashakak, Ath, Yahweh, Ashar, Hawataza Ya'ak, Ma Rataza, Matazarayam, Salakia Matazariya, Mabaya, Abadayam, verse 13. Wow. Salakia. All right, verse 13. Ath Yahweh, Allah Salakia, Allah Hayak, Thayara'ah, Wa Thawa, Ta'ibada, Wabash Salakia, Wabashamwa, Tashaba Salakia, Tashaba'ai, verse 14. La'ah, Salakia, Talakawan, Akaria, Alahayim, Akhariyam, Malahayim, Ha'amayam, Ashar, Salakia, Sabayub Wafyakam, verse 15. Kaya all Salakia, Quanaa, Yahweh, Alahayak, Bakwarabak, Pan, Yakara, Ap, Yahweh, Alahayak, Bak, Wa Salakia, Wahasham Yadak, Ma'al, Panya, Hadama, verse 16. La'ah,
Tanasawa, Ath, Yahweh, Alahayakum, Kashaw, Nasayathum, Bamasa, Salakia, Bamasa, verse 17, Shemawa, Tashamar wants, Salakia, Tashamar one, Ath, Matawath, Yahweh, Alahayakum. Why, Salakia, what I doth ya wa. Waka Kwayawa, Ashar, Tazawak. All right, back into the bastard tongue. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 11, in the English or the bastard tongue. And the houses full, in the houses full of all good things, which thou fillest not, and the wells digged, which thou diggest not, vineyards and olive trees, which thou plantest not. When thou, when thou shalt have eaten to and be full, verse 12. Then beware lest thou forget the Lord, which which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God and serve him, and shall swear by his name. Verse 14. Ye shall not go after other gods, for the gods which people, for the gods of the people which are around about you. Verse 15. For the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you, lest the anger of the Lord thy God be kindled against thee, and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. Verse 16. Ye shall not tempt the Lord your God, as ye tempt him in Massah. Verse 17. Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord your God, and his testimonies and his statutes, which he hath commanded thee. All right, back into the Hebrew. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 18. Wa'ishayah, Hayashah, Salakia. Wa'ishath, Hayashah, Wahatawa, Yanya, Yahweh, Malayan, Yayatab, Lak, Waba'ath. Salakia. Wiyarashath, Ath, Ha'aratazah, Hatabah, Ashar, Nashaba'ai, Yahweh, La Abathak, La Abathayak. Verse 19. Lahadak, Ath, call, Ayabayak, Mapanyak, Kashar, Debar, Yahweh. Verse 20. Kaya, Yasha'alak, Banak, Makar, Lamar, Ma, Salakit, Ma, Haidath, Wahakakwayam, Wahamashapatyam, Ashar, Tazawa, Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Athikam. Verse 21. Wa Marath, Salakia, Labanak, Abadayam, Hayayanwa, Salakia, Leperai, Bamatazarayam, Salakia, Waya Wataza Yan Yet. Waya Wataza Waya Wa Taza Yanwa Yahweh Mama Tazarayam Bayat Salaki Bayad Kazakwa. Verse 22. Wayathan Yahweh Awathith out Salaki Awathath Wama put the yum Gadalium Warayam Bamatazarayam Baparayat Salaki Baparai Wabakal Bayathawa La Yanyawa. Verse 23. Wa Awathan Salaki Wa Awathanwa Hawataza Ya Masham Lama'ain Habaya Athanwa Latath Lanawa Ath Harataza Ashar. Salaki, give me 1 second. All right. Let's see what's Ha'arataza Ashar Nashaba'ai La Bataya Salaki La Bathyanwa. Verse 24. Wa Tazawanwa Yahweh La'ashawath, Ath, call. Ha-kakhwayam, Ha-Allah. La-yara'ah, Ath, Yahweh. Alahayanawa. La-tawab, La-nawah, call. Hayamyam. La-khayathanwa. Kahayawam, Hazahah. Back into the English, the bastard tongue, Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 18. And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Lord, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess the good land which the Lord sware unto thy father. Verse 19. To cast out all thine enemies from before thee, and the Lord have spoken. Verse 20. And when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, what mean the testimony and these statutes and these judgments which the Lord our God hath commanded you? Verse 21. Then thou shalt say unto thy sons, we were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt, and the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. Verse 22. And the Lord showed signs and wonders, and great and sore upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his household before our eyes. Verse 23. And he brought us out from thence, that he might bring us in to give us a land which he sware unto our fathers. Verse 24. And the Lord commanded us to do these statutes, to fear the Lord our God, for our good. It's what I can. Low curse, please. Hey, Salaki. For our good always, that he might preserve us alive, as it is at this day. All right, back into the Hebrew. What is a dequa? Tahaya, Lanwa, Kaya, Nashamar, La'ishawath, Ath, call, Hamatazawa, Hazaath, Lapanya, Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Kashaw, Tazawanwa. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1. Kaya, Yabayak, Yahweh, Alahayak, Al, Harataza, Ashar, Atha, Ba'a, Shema, La Rashata, Wanashaw, Gawayam, Rabayam, Mapanayak, Hakathaya, Waha Salakia, Waha Garagash, Waha Gar Gashaya. Yikes. Waha Maria. Waha Kana Salakia, Waha Kana Ainaya. Waha Parzaya. Waha Salakia, Waha Khoya. Waha Wabayasaya. Shaba'ai. Goyam. Rabayam. Wa'ai Taza woman Salakia. Wa'ai Taza Wamayam. Mamak. Verse 2. Salakia. Wanatham. Yahweh. Alayak. Lapanayak. Wahakayatham. Hakarayam. Zakarayam. Thum. La'a. Takarath. Laham. Baryam. Wala'a. Takanam. Verse 3. Wala'a. Tatakathan. Bum. Batak. La'a. Tatan. Labanwa. Salakia. Wabathwa. La'a. Thakwak. Labanak. Verse 4. Kaya. Yesayar. Ath. Banak. Ma'akariyath. Wa'ibadawa. Alahayanawa. Salakia. Alahayam. Akariyam. Wakara. Yahweh. Become. Wa Hashem Yadak. Mahal. Verse 5. Kaya. Ka. Ta'ishawa. Laham. Mazabakafi. Salakia. Mazabakafiyaham. Data Tazawa. Wamatazabatham. Tashabawa. Wa Asha Yeraham. Salakia, Thugga the Iwan. Wapasa Yalla Yaham. Thasharapanwa. Ba'ash. Verse 6. Kaya. Ain. Kodash. Salakia. Kodawash. Ata. La Yahweh. Alahayak. Ban. Salakia. Alahayak. Bak. Bakar. Yahweh. Alahayak. Lahawath. Lawa. La'aim. Magala. Makal. Ha'amayam. Ashar. Al. Punya. Ha'adamah. All right, back into the English for the bastard tongue. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25. And it shall, Salakia, and it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God, as he hath commanded us. Verse 7. When the Lord our God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and it hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. Verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them, and thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his sons, nor his daughters shalt thou take to thy sons, for they will turn away thy sons from following, from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy you, and destroy thee suddenly. So this is one of the scriptures that lets you know that you cannot marry outside of your race. You understand? There is, let me get the other scripture, because you got brothers out there that'll say, oh, well, this is only talking about a specific group of people. Let me see. Let me get this. Let you know that it's also talking about Edomites, and the Lord don't want us marrying nobody that's not Israel. Understand? So, Salakia, give me 1 second. Matter of fact, it's right here. Grab this scripture so you can know the Lord don't want you marrying nobody that's outside of your nation. Let me see. All right, this is First Esdras chapter 8, verse 69. The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, and Levites have not put away from them the strange people of the land, nor the pollution of the Gentiles, to wit, of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, and the Moabites, the Egyptians, and Edomites. These are all the nations. Some of them were named right here in Deuteronomy 7, and then some were not named in Deuteronomy 7, but it also lets you know that this is not what the Lord wants. Let's go to verse 70. It says, for they and their sons have married with their daughters, and the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land. And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers of the great men have been partakers of this iniquity. So iniquity is sin. That's how you know the Lord do not want us to intermarry with the other nations. All right. So if anybody have anything to say, but say, oh, well, the Lord don't want us marrying white. The Lord is okay with us marrying white people. No, he is not. You understand? The Lord is not okay. He wants you, if you so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, he wants you to stick with your kind. All right. Let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 5. But thus shall ye dwell with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graves, and burn their graven images with fire. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. This is the Lord telling Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He's like, listen, man, you are a holy people. You are not to spread your holy seed to everybody. You're not to give your daughters to the other nations' sons. You're not to give your sons to the other nations' daughters. You are a holy people. You understand? The Lord chose you above everybody else. If you're a man, the seed that comes from you, if you so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, your seed is holy. You understand? Your seed that comes from you is holy. The Lord don't want you to give that to a heathen, man. He don't want you to put your seed inside of a heathen. That sperm that comes from out of you, that's holy. The Lord wants you to put that in one of your sisters. You understand? He wants you to put that inside a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian woman. He don't want you to give your seed to anybody else. You understand? For you are a holy people. The Lord chose you to be set apart, to be special to himself above everybody else on the face of the earth. You understand? Let's read on. Book of Deuteronomy, back to the Hebrew, chapter 7, verse 1. Chapter 7, verse 7 in the Hebrew with a holy tongue. La'ah. Marabakam. Makal. Ha'amayam. Chashakwa. Yahweh. Bakam. Wayabakal. Bakam. Kaya. Atham. Hama'ite. Makal. Ha'amayam. Verse 8. Kaya. Matabath. Yahweh. Atakam. Wamashamarwa. Ath. Hashaba'ai. Ashar. Nashaba'ai. La Bathi Yakam. Hawataza Salakia, Hawataza Ya'ah, Yahweh, Athakam, Bayada, Kazakwa, Wayapadak, Mabayath, Ibadayam, Mayada, Parai, Malak, Matazarayam, verse 9. Wayadaif, Kaya, Yahweh, Alahayak, Hawa'ah, Salakia, Ha'alahayanawa, Salakia, Ha'alahayam, Ha'al, Hanaaman, Shamar, Habarayath, Wasad, Lahab, Salakia, Lahabyawa, Willa Shamaria, Matazawatyawa, La Lak, Dawar, verse 10. Wamashalam, Washana I Salakia, Washana I Yawa, all Panyawa, Laha Abyadawa, La'a, Yakar, Salakia, Lashanawa, Al, Panyawa, Yashalam, Lawa, verse 11. Washamarath, Ath, Hamatazawa, Wa'ath, Hakakwayam, Wa'ath, Hamashapatyam, Ashar, Anakaya, Matazawak, Hayawam, Laisho, Salakia, La'aisha Watam, verse 12. Wayahaya, Iquad, Tashama Iwan, Salakia, Tashama Iwan, Ath, Hamashapatyam, Hala, Salakia, Washamarathiam, Wa'aisha Yatham, Atham, Salakia, Washamar, Yahweh, Alahayak, Lak, Ath, Habarayath, Wa'ath, Hakasad, Shah, Nashaba'ai, La'abith, Salakia, La'abathayak, yikes. Verse 13. وأحباك وبراك وهرباك وبراك Parya Batanak Waparya Adamadak Dapanak with the Rashak Wayateza Harak Shagal Alapayak wa Aisha Tharath Tazanak Al Hadam Salaki Hadam Ashar Nashaba'ai Alabatayak Latata Lock. All right, back into the English or the bastard tongue. Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all the people. Verse 8. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn to your fathers, had the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, from out of the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Verse 9. Now, therefore, know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth the covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. Verse 10. And repayeth them that hate them, and repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack with him, he will not be slack to him that hate him. He will repay him to his face. Verse 11. Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee to do. Which I command thee this day to do them. Verse 12. Wherefore it shall come to pass, if ye hearken to the judgments and to and keep them and do them, that the Lord thy God shall keep thee, that the Lord thy God shall keep unto thee the covenant and the mercy which he sware unto thy fathers. Verse 13. And he will love thee and bless thee and multiply thee, and will also bless the fruit of thy womb and the fruit of thy land and thy corn and thy wine and thine oil, the increase of thy kind and the flock, and the flocks of thy sheep in the land which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee. Thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be male nor female barren among you, or among the cattle. So like you. This is so heavy in itself. Like the scriptures say, there shall not be male or female barren among you, or among your cattle. Meaning, you won't have to worry about if you can reproduce or not. If you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, you put the Lord first, he's going to make sure that he takes care of you. He's going to make sure that you're fertile, that you can have kids. That's a blessing from the Lord, man. That's a blessing from the Lord. This is why it's so important for us as so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come back to the Lord, because at some point we got to look at the conditions we're in and be like, well, goddamn, like, this is a rough situation. All right, let's get back to the Hebrew. Salakia. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 15. Wahasayar Yahweh Mamak call Kalia will call Salakia Madawaya Matazarayam Hara Salakia Hara Salakia Hara Ayam Ashar Yadaif La'a Yesha'ai Salakia Yeshayamyam Bak Wana Salakia Wana Salakia Wanatanayam Bakal Shanayat, verse 16. Wakalath, Ath, call Ha'amayam, Ashar, Yahweh, Alahayak, Nathan, Lak, La'ah, Thakas, Ayanak, Alayaham, Wala'ah, Taibad, Ath, Alahayam, Kaya, Mawakwash, Hawa'ah, Lak, verse 17. Kaya, Tamar, Balababak, Rabayam, Hagawayam, Hala, Mamanya, Mayaka, Awakal, Laha Warayasham, verse 18. La'ah, Tayarah, Maham, Zakal, Hazakal, so like it does Zakal, Ath, Ashar, Aisha, Yahweh, Alahayak, Laparai, Walakal, Matazarayam, verse 19. Hamasath, Hagadalath, Ashar, Rawa, Ayanyak. Waha'ath. Wahamapathim. Wahayadat. Hakazakwa. Wahazarai. Hamatawaya. Ashar. Hawatazak. Yahweh. Alahayak. Kan. Ya'isha. Yahweh. Alahayak. Lakal. Ha'amayam. Ashar. Atha. Yara'ah. Mapanyahum. Verse 20. Wagam Ath. Hazarai. Yashalach. Yahweh. Alhayak. Bum. Aid. Abad. Hanasha'arayam. Wahanasatarayam. Mapanayak. Verse 21. La'ah. Ta'irataza. Mapanyahum. Kaya Yahweh. Alahayak. Bakwarabak. All. Gadawal. Wana Wara'ah. All right, back to the English. Verse 15, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 15. And the Lord will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt which thou knowest upon thee, but will lay them upon them, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. Verse 16. And thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. Thine eyes shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their gods, for they will be a snare unto you. Verse 17. If thou shalt say in thine heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? Verse 18. Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but shall well remember what the Lord thy God did unto Pharaoh and unto all Egypt. Verse 19. The great temptation which thine eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders, and the mighty hand, and the stretched out arm, whereby the Lord thy God brought thee out. So the Lord, so shall the Lord thy God do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid. Verse 20. Moreover, the Lord thy God will send the hornet among them, until they that are left and hide themselves from thee and be destroyed. Verse 21. Thou shalt not be affrighted at them, for the Lord thy God is among you, a mighty God and terrible. All right, back into the Hebrew. Back into the Hebrew. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 22 in the Hebrew. Wanashal Yahweh Alahayak Ath Hagawayam Ha'al Mapanayak Ma'ait La'ah the Wakal Kalath Salakia Kalathum Mahal Pun Thera'at Salakia Therabah Alayak Khayath Hasha Salakia Hashadah, verse 23. Wanathayam Yahweh Alahayak Salakia Lapanayak Lahamam Salakia Wahamam Mahawa Salakia Wahamawa Gadalah Aid Hasham Salakia Hashamadium, verse 24. Wanathan Malakayaham Bayadak Wahabadath Ath Shamam Matakath Hashamam La'ah Yatayatazab Ayash Bapanayak Aid Hashamadak Ath Salakia Atham, verse 25. Pusayalia Alahaya Salakia Alahayam that's your rap one. Ba'ash La'ah Thakamad Kasap Wazahab Alayaham Walakwakath Lad Salakia Lak Pun Thawakwash Bawakaya Hawa Abath Yahweh Alahayak Hawa, verse 26. Wala'ah Tabaya'ah Salakia Tawaiba Al Bayatak Wahayayath Karam Salakia All right. Karam. Kamahawa. Shakwataza. Tashakwatazanwa. With the I. Tata Banwa. Kaya. Karam. Hawa. Book of Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 1. Call. Matazarwa. Ashar. Anakaya. Matazawak. Hayawam. Dasha Salakia. Dasha Marwan. La'aisha Salakia. La'aisha Wath. Lama Iowa. Salakia. Thakhayawan. Yawara. Yo Salakia. Yara Bayathum. Wabathum. Wa'ara'asha. Wa'yara'ashathum. Salakia. Good night. What was that? Wa'yarashathum. There it is. Ath. Ha'rataza Ashar. Nashaba'ai Yahweh. La Bathyakam. All right, back into the English or the bastard tongue. Book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 22. And the Lord thy God will put out those nations before thee, little and little. Thou mayest not consume them at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon thee. But the Lord thy God shall deliver them unto thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction, until they be destroyed. Verse 24. And he shall deliver their kings into thine hand. And thou shalt destroy their name from under the heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou hast destroyed them. Verse 25. The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. For it is an abomination to the Lord thy God. Verse 26. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination unto thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 1. All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply, and go in and possess the land which the Lord shall swear unto your fathers. Back into the Hebrew. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 2. Was a Karath. Ath, call, Hadarak, Ashar, Halay, Salakia, Halayakak, Yahweh, Alahayak, Zahar, Araba Ayam, Shana, Bamadabar, Salakia, Bamadabar, Lama'ain, Anathak, Salakia, Lanasathak, Lada'if, Atha, Salakia, Ath, Ashar, Balababak, Habasham, Salakia, Hata Shamar, Matazawata Yawa, La'a, verse 3, Wayanak, Salakia, Wayaribak, Wayakalak, Ath, Haman, Ashar, La'a, Yada'if, Wala'a, Yada'iwan, Abatayak, Lama'ain, Hawada'ik, Kayal, La'a, Al, Halakam, Labadwa, Yakhadia, Salakia, Hadam, Kayal, Al, Call, Mawataza, Paya, Yahweh, Salakia, Yakaya, Hadam, verse 4, Shemalathak, La'a, Balatha, Ma'alak, what? Salakia, Waragalak, La'a, Batazaqua, Zaha, Arabayam, Shana, verse 6, Wayada'if, Aim, Lababak, Kaya, Kashar, Yayasar, Ayash, Ath, Banwa, Yahweh, Alahayak, Mayasarak, verse 6, Washamarak, Salakia, Washamarath, Ath, Matazawath, Yahweh, Alahayak, Lalakath, but a ruck like it, but a ruck of Yahweh. Wala Yera'ah at the Wa, verse 7. Kaya Yahweh Alahayak Maba Salaki Maba Ya'ak Al Salaki Arataza Mawaba Arataza Nakalya Mayam Ayanath Wahata Salaki Watahamath Yataza Yam Babaku I Wabahar, verse 8. Arataza Kata Washaira Wa'apwa Salaki Wa'apan Wa'atan Salaki Wa'atan Wara Salaki Wara Mawan Arataza Zayath Shaman Wadabash. All right, back into the bastard tongue of the English. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 2. And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee, to prove thee, to know what is in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. Verse 3. And he humbled thee, and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which thou knowest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee known that man doth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord doth man live. Verse 4. Thy remnant waxeth not old upon thee, neither did thy foot swell those 40 years. Verse 5. Thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord thy God chasteneth thee. Verse 6. Therefore, thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, and to fear him. Verse 7. For the Lord thy God bringeth thee into a good land, a land of brooks and water, of fountains and depths, and that spring out of valleys and hills. Verse 8. A land of wheat and barley, and vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of oil, olive, and honey. That concludes this week's Sabbath service. All right. Shalom.
of Israelite, which means to stain. Which means turn and face the east. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh, Malakwatcha, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, I.S.H.A, Baharatazah, Kaya, Bashemayim, Nathanawa, Lacham, Call, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawathinawa, Kasalakanawa, Kabawathinawa, Wala'a, Tabayayanawa, Banasai 1, a ball, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwith, Waha'ala, Wataparath, La'awalamyam Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever, so be it. The prayer for the power of Hakak in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh, Babakashah, Nathananawa, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Call Makala, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Lata Salakia, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakwiyam, Hamathiam, Hakak, Arakal Wath, Hatama Allah, Lagar Shun, Ba'ashim Yahweh, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. The prayer to bless Israel, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha Allah, Wahabayath Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashim Yahweh, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121, Asha'a, Ayaniya, Al-Haharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Izariya, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawama, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yah, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakayaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Ra, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaatka, Wabawaatka, Maitha, Wa'aid, Awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim, Al-Damya, Laka, Al-Takarash, Wa-Al-Tashakwat, Al, Ka-YAHANNA, Awayabyaka, Yahama-Yawan, Wa-Mashanayaka, Sha'a Wa-Ra'ash, Al-Imaka, Ya-Irayamwa, Sawad, Wa-Yata Ya-Aitazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magalya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha Allah, Iwad, Kaya, Nawai Tazawa, Lab Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Wayashamayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagariam, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palashah, Am Yashabia, Tazawa, Gum Ashawa, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasayasara'a, Kayabian, Banakal Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayan Dara, Ayawa, Daman, La Dama, Shayathamwa, Nadaya Mawa, Kai Rab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakazalmana, Call Nasa Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarashah, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapunya, Rawaka, Ka'ash, Taba'ira, Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Dalahat, Harayam, Kan Tharadatma, Basa Irika, Wabasa Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Salakir, Waya Shemka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Idea Id, Wayakapawa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaira, Kaya, Atha, Shemka, Yahweh, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al, Kal, Ha'arataza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their heads. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha Allah may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. So also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Arab, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as Zamun, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as a flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy stone. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah, Wamayaka Allah, Wala Hayam, Matazabya ala wap YAHANNA, Ha ala wapyam, Ha saranyam, Ha quintazayanyam, Ha kayayoyam, Waha quatyan, Yahweh, Ba Shemi Yahweh Shah, the water Amun. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you, so be it. The curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathens that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathens, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites, and to their nations, and to their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathens that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. Saw, which means to turn. Man of Israel, Amadim Shabbat. Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shemel Shabrakathum, Yamata. A courtesy salute to the sisters maybe watching online. Man of Israel, Amadim Shabbat. Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Athan Ba Shemel Shah. Yamata. Sabbath service dismissed.